Que lo que mi gente, what is up? It is your girl Christina, and in today's video, or one of today's videos, is an unpopular opinions video. So one of my subbies recently requested that I do one of these, and I had thought about doing one of these before because I see a lot of other YouTubers doing this, but I'm not quite sure if my opinions are necessarily unpopular or if they're just more general opinions where you're either on this side or that side of a situation. So if you happen to be on the opposite end of me, then maybe you would consider my opinion unpopular. I don't know, but either way, here we go. So some of these are just like basic little silly stuff, and others are a little more serious, I guess. So unpopular opinion number one: Coke is better than Pepsi. Pepsi is alright. It's a little bit sweeter, but Coke is better, hands down. Number two, Dominicans don't get mad at me, but I think tostones are better than mango. Okay, for those of you that don't know what tostones are, it's the fried smashed plantain. Like, don't get me wrong, I like mango, but for real though, growing up, I was always a bigger fan of tostones. Like, I low-key didn't really like mango that much until I've gotten older. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Number three, men and women can be friends. Now, there are some people out there that believe that men and women cannot be purely platonic friends without one or the other low-key wanting to sleep with the other one. Usually the man low-key wants to sleep with the girl, but I disagree. I mean, now, although that does happen, I do think that in some cases a man and a woman can legit be strictly platonic friends without there being any type of romantic or sexual attraction or desire there. Number four, a college degree is not necessary to be successful. Now, some decades back that may have been the case, but I think in this day and age, there's an oversaturation now of college educated people. And the truth is, for a lot of trades or a lot of sectors of the economy, I don't think you need a college education. You can easily go into a trade school versus a traditional college and do just as well, if not better. Now, that's not to say that certain degrees, of course, don't need a college degree, because you do. But there's a lot of things you can do, I think, that don't necessarily require a standard traditional college degree. Just my opinion. Number five, the body positivity movement low-key tries to normalize obesity. Now, I think that we should be accepting of people regardless of how they look on the outside. We shouldn't shame people that are on either extreme, whether they are extremely skinny or extremely obese. But we need to also be able to separate accepting people's outward condition or however they look, but also be able to recognize the health factor here. Okay, so with the super skinny people, we gotta recognize, you know, a lot of times there's anorexia or bulimia at play here. And with the super big people, I mean, obesity comes with a slew of health, you know, complications. So we can't just overlook that either, just to accept fat people, you know. I hope this doesn't sound offensive, but my opinion on that. Number six, Korean food is better than Chinese food. Chinese food is alright. I know a lot of people like it, but actually, I think Korean food is better. I don't know. I like the taste of it and the stuff. I just like it better. Number seven, Malta Goya is good. I literally had a like debate or arguments about this with some of my friends who think that Malta Goya is disgusting, but honestly, I think it's good. It is more of an acquired taste, but I like it. Number eight, now, you might not know about this unless you're from the DC area, but I don't think go-go music is all that. Sorry, I don't. I've never really liked it. There are a few select go-go songs that I can pass, but for the most part, not a big fan. Sorry. Number nine, face matters more than body. Now, there are a lot of people out there that feel like, well, they can deal more with a partner that may not have the best face as long as they got a banging body. And hey, I get it. We all want somebody that has a super sexy body, whatever. But at the end of the day, I think face matters more than body, because you can work and, you know, improve your body, but you can't change ugly. Number 10, there are only two genders, y'all. Just two. Now, how you choose to identify with or express those genders can be more fluid, and it is, but it all comes back to just two genders, y'all. That's it. Number 11, plain chocolate ice cream sucks. I don't like it. It's nasty. I just don't like it. Vanilla is much better. Number 12, musicals are annoying as hell. I know there's a lot of people out there that are fans of musicals, but I have always been so annoyed at musicals. I hate when in the middle of a movie, people just randomly break out into song. I just find it always so annoying. I don't like it. Number 13, Android is better than iPhone. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. 14, being a main chick is not something to be proud of. Trust me, I know. 15, shower sex is overrated. I'm gonna just leave it at that. 16, Cardi B is not black. She's not a black woman. Which leads me into my next one, which is that Cardi B low-key makes Offset look cute. Now, I have never seen Offset as an attractive person, but the way that Cardi shows him off and like presents him actually makes him look kind of cute, if y'all get what I mean. Like, that can happen sometimes where somebody that you off the bat would not consider that attractive, like by the way that their partner shows them off, it makes them look attractive. Giving a guy your number doesn't necessarily mean that you are interested. Now, this is something else that I had like another argument with some of my guy friends about, because they were like, okay, if you give a guy your number, you are telling this guy that you are interested. And hey, I get it. But as somebody that has given guys my number and then knowing that I had the full intention of ghosting them later, I can tell you it's not always 100% the case. A girl can give you a number, but that doesn't mean that she's necessarily interested. Sorry. Next, this is more for the ladies, but nude lipstick that is the same exact color as your skin color looks terrible. It does. There's one picture of J-Lo where she's wearing a nude lipstick that is literally her same skin color, and it irks the hell out of me. It just doesn't look good, in my opinion. The next one. Trans women should not be competing against biological women in competitive sports. I said what I said. I know they identify with the opposite gender of how they were born. I totally get that. That's not what I'm disputing here. But we can't overlook the fact that these are still biological males. And especially if they started hormone treatment later in life, they already pretty much grew and went through puberty and grew up as a regular man. Therefore, there is an obvious physical advantage that they have competing against biological women. Next one. Flirting doesn't automatically mean you want the D. Yet again, another topic of debate and discussion with some of my friends. I don't know, maybe these are just my opinions based on my personal interactions with men before, but I mean, I've been able to like flirt with a guy, and that doesn't necessarily mean I want his junk. It just doesn't. I can maybe think you're kind of cute, and I might flirt with you a little, but that doesn't mean I want your stuff. So, this is my opinion on that. 22. Super light-skinned or white-passing Latinos should not be identifying as Afro-Latinos. I don't care that your grandma, your great-grandma, whoever was black. If you are not viewed as a black person, if you yourself have never identified as a black person, if society would never ever view you as a black person, I don't think that you should be calling yourself an Afro-Latina, okay? Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't light-skinned people that still are viewed or associated with blackness, because there are, but these are for the ones that you look at them and there's nothing black about them. Genetically, may they have some sub-Saharan African genes? Sure. But, if you're white passing, don't call yourself an Afro-Latina. Next, Christianity is not the white man's religion, okay? Now, I say that first because I hear a lot of black people using this argument as to why black people of the diaspora, or I guess Africans too, I don't know, that they should not practice Christianity because it was forced onto our African ancestors by the colonizers, which is true. I do agree with that. However, We must separate the oppressor from the religion. Christianity came before colonization, and Christianity was not birthed or originated and, started with the Caucasian white man with blonde hair and blue eyes. It did not originate in Europe. It originated in the Middle East. And I also say this on the other end to white people that act like Christian values and all this is like exclusive to white people. Because I'm like, did y'all forget that y'all's ancestors were super pagan and following all of these polytheistic religions? I mean, we just gonna forget about all the Greek gods, the Roman gods, the Celtic gods. I mean, y'all weren't Christians either. So again, let's stop this, okay? I mean, you can be whatever religion you want to be, but let's stop using this excuse that Christianity is the white man's religion. Now, if you as a black person want to follow another religion, cool. But just don't use that as your excuse. Next, grits are nasty. Sorry, I don't think they're good. To me, they're kind of nasty. Next, unpopular opinion. Well, this may be unpopular to some, but some other people may agree. I don't know, but I think George Bush Jr. may actually be a nice guy. Now, I have never identified with the Republican Party, but I don't know. Judging by the way Michelle Obama was like hugging him and she looked like she wanted to hug him, that kind of told me like, you know what? He may not have been the best president, but he might be an all right guy. Just my opinion. Next. There's no such thing as good or bad hair. What there is healthy and unhealthy hair. You can have straight hair and it still be unhealthy and look limp and greasy and nasty. But you can have 4C hair and have it moisturized and healthy and just looking good. So it really just comes down to how you take care of your hair, regardless of what texture it is. And that, in reality, is good hair. And lastly, African Americans are not descendants of the Native Americans. Just putting that out there. Some of y'all may disagree with me on that, but I've just been seeing too many African Americans lately saying that either they are the Hebrew Israelites, or saying that they are descendants of the Moors and they're descendants of the indigenous Black Native Americans, that they are not descendants of Africans, which I'm like, I thought Hispanics, I thought Dominicans were the ones that denied having African ancestry, but damn, now y'all doing it too? If y'all were descendants of the Native Americans, why y'all still got Afro-textured hair? Why don't you have the silky straight hair that we see in all of the pictures of the Native Americans from like the 1800s and stuff? Why y'all's traits align so much more with West African people? Just saying. Y'all descendants of Africans, the same way the rest of us Black people or descendants of Black people are throughout the diaspora, okay? Y'all ain't no different. And with that, guys, that ends this here video. I do have a few more requests I'm working on. The next one that I will be uploading today as well is my summary / reaction of the documentary 1804 about the Haitian Revolution. I also got another request to speak on the fetishization of Latina women of all colors. Another one on Latina women dating younger men. And then another one I just got on the recent migration into Dominican Republic. So any requests you have, guys, let me know. I mean, it can literally be about anything. It doesn't have to be like race or Dominican stuff. I mean, it can be anything. It could be relationships. Just let me know. All right, guys. See you all in the next video. Bye.